Basically, we're coming to do question 3. The question is, what have you learned from your audience feedback? So the first we're going to say, why is it important to ask for audience feedback? So I'm going to begin on the first point. I said it's essential because they're like the main audience and they're the people that you're trying to please. So by getting audience feedback, you kind of get like an overview of what you could improve or what would make it more enjoyable for them. And
what they wouldn't like.
Yeah. And also it helps you for like any like advice on future videos. So like, yeah, that's one thing. So what audience feedback?
Wait. I think another reason why I believe it's important to ask for audience feedback is because it gives us a realistic and unbiased opinion, and it allows us to see what we can do to improve the video and discuss as a group.
Okay, so to get audience feedback, we did a lot of stuff. So we'll start from the beginning. When we first did our group pitch, we got feedback from the class. So they gave us feedback before we even started filming the video of what we can improve, like based on our ideas of like cinematography, mise-en-scène, editing, etc. So another way we've done it was through questionnaires. So we've done a question on SurveyMonkey, and then with each question you're going to see like a screenshot of one question. So the first question was, do you like R&B? We decided to ask the audience that to see if they have any knowledge of R&B, and also to see if their opinion will be biased, because if they didn't like it, then they're probably not going to really understand the codes or conventions. And we found that out of the 9 responses we got, that 6 people liked R&B and 3 people didn't like R&B. Next question.
That's the same thing. Well, we found that people's favourite genre was actually tied between R&B and hip hop, and then the second was grime, which is basically it's a bit common for people from Hackney to like grime, because we have a lot of artists from here, like such as who? Riley's from East.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We have a lot of actually even people our age who actually rap and that.
Also, because a lot of people like hip hop, one thing we tried to do, this was even before we made our video, because we knew that there's some codes or conventions, because we know there's some codes or conventions that are in hip hop that are also in R&B, we decided that we could link some of the codes or conventions in R&B to hip hop. So in our video you'll see that like the man, he has like jewelry and a chain, and that's a code or convention of R&B, but we thought we could link it to hip hop.
Yeah.
Another question was, we asked them, did you enjoy watching the video? So this is a key aspect, because if you're making a video, even though it's for ROYJ Media, the enjoyment is still a key factor. So by asking them did they enjoy the video, it's kind of giving us like knowledge. If majority of people didn't enjoy the video out of the survey we done, then we would know that obviously there's some things we need to change, which links in the next question.
What do you like most about it? So we had a couple of different options to give them. We had narrative, location, costume, performance, lip sync, editing, cinematography, and we also made it open for them, so we said other and then please specify. We found that narrative and costume were tied up to 33% chose that, and we actually didn't really put that much into the narrative. Like we thought, okay, it's a song about a boy cheats on a girl, takes him back, which is pretty common in a lot of females nowadays. So we just thought, okay, let me just let us just pick a plot where
it's kind of relatable.
That's relatable, and it's pretty straightforward. Like the lyrics just kind of gave us the plot anyway. I mean, it only took us like 1 day to plan.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And one thing we also that's good about narrative is that a lot of people, they understood narrative. So it's good that we didn't, like, even though it had some mystery element to it, like we didn't really know who the girl was it her friend, was it not? By having a clear narrative, it makes it like more easy to understand. So we understand that he cheats on her in the beginning, then the middle bit's like how she feels, then at the end she still takes him back, and that's something that girls and boys can relate to.
Yeah. And with costume, as we said in our other evaluation points and our influential videos posts, we chose to have numerous costumes, which was influenced by Nine's Can't Blame Me. We also believe that a code and convention of R&B is to have minimal clothing for the female especially, so we had dresses, tight dresses, We had play suits to show midriffs and legs and arms, skin, basically skin. And we found that the costumes actually appealed to the male audience.
And another thing is, we linked this to Shanti's video in her video Baby. I studied this in question 3 too. You can see that she changed her outfit 7 times, so we didn't do the exact amount, we did like 8 or something, but we did a numerous amount of outfit changes also, just again to show, like, kind of represent different days and different times, and also in that life you don't really see them in the same outfit throughout the whole video. So the next question we asked on our survey was, what didn't you like about it? So again, we had the same options: narrative, location, costume, performance, lip sync, editing, cinematography. Now they said lip sync, but what I realised was, because on a mobile device it's different. So on a mobile device, I realised that it lags when you do it in a higher quality. So then when you put it to a low quality, the lip sync's fine. So I understand why that was high. So the next thing I was highest was location. So some people didn't like the location, and we did a group focus task, and they're going to explain more why they didn't like the location. So again, we really kind of touched on this. Did you understand the narrative? Most people did understand the narrative, so that was good.
Yeah.
Question 7. Did it remind you of any other music video? So a lot of people said no, it didn't remind them of it, which shows that's kind of original, even though it has this links to Steve Neely's theory, which shows that there's no pleasure without difference. So obviously you should have some like codes of convention, so it's able to be recognised as an R&B video, but it should be different enough to know that's not cliche and it's not the same. So we took that off the board, and we decided that we would make it mimic an R&B video, but we'd have it different enough to know that it stands out. But one person said that it reminds them of Hate That I Love You, which is a video by
Neo. For some reason, I would understand where they got that from, because basically in a lot of music videos where it's about heartbreak, the female artist tends to be on the bed. So for example, Hate That I Love You, Rihanna's on the bed. Bleed in Love, what's her name, Leona Lewis, she was on the bed as well.
Beyonce's video in what's it called?
In Beyonce music videos, yeah. And also Try Sleeping With a Broken Heart, Alicia Keys was on a purple bed. So yeah.
So that's one thing that we thought we'd take on board as well. So the question 8 was, does it match the R&B genre? So 8% of people said yes. Eight people said yes. So that's 89% of people said yes, and only 11% said no. So that shows that again we did achieve our aim of making it like an R&B video.
Yeah.
Even though it had aspects of some other types of genres, it still was clearly recognised as an R&B video. So we decided to ask, would you show it to a friend, just to get an understanding of like, to get an understanding of what people thought of it. So again, 88% of people said yes, and 11% of people said no.
Yeah. So
that's kind of a good outcome. So that means more people would show it to their friends. And then question 10.
No, can I just add? Yeah. If they were more likely to show it to their friend, well, the whole purpose of the music video was to promote this artist. So if they're going to recommend it to a friend, this means more. The artist will be exposed more. And then that means by showing it to more friends, you'll get more views, which will mean it will promote the website as well, also promote the digipack, so it basically acts as an advertisement as well.
And that's another thing we done on the YouTube channel. We posted a rough cut on. I put a link in the description of the website and of the survey, so it kind of like keeps you connected. So yeah, that's another thing we done. And the final question was the final question was any improvements to the final video. So a lot of people said no. A lot of people said that there should be dancing elements. Yeah. And then some people said more characters. So that was basically they're saying that instead of like just having like minimal 3 characters, they wanted more characters. But then I understand where they're coming from, but the reason why we done less characters was because we wanted it to seem more intimate and more personal.
Yeah, we wanted it to focus on Bella Banks, the artist.
It's true, because if you had too much artists, it kind of takes the focus of the main
artist.
Yeah.
They also wanted a twist as well, which was said in the focus group, where they wanted the girl to be the friends of the artist.
Yeah. And then someone else did the editing to flow, but then that was only because it's a rough cut. So because it was the first cut, it has some black bits in it, but those have been filled.
They're meant to be a fade.
Yeah.
Basically.
So another way we asked for audience feedback was through face to face and through our peers. So we make like I showed my siblings, and I'm sure them not showing their friends just to get personal. This is before we done the group focus. We done it just like on like just natural at home, whatever. And I got some feedback. So that was another way I got feedback, and that was from my older audience as well, because my mum's older. And then another way we got feedback was a control group. So you're gonna see the video right now. Alright, so this is the focus group for our A2 media production. So the first question, so we just showed them our rough cut of the music video, Foolish, and we're gonna ask them 5 questions. So the first thing, looking at our music video, what age group do you think it is for? You can all just.
Probably like 18 plus.
Yeah.
18 plus.
Why did you
Maybe
say
16.
16 plus. Probably 16 plus.
16 plus? Why? You don't want to, why?
Because it's quite a mature video.
Yeah.
What makes it mature?
Like you're sitting there in like your revealing pajamas. Yeah.
The storyline is quite relationship based.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you like about it? Not the main thing, but what do you like about the video?
There was a clear storyline.
Okay.
You could understand that he was cheating and she was upset by it.
Mhm.
There's a variety of locations.
Yeah. Anything else? You don't comment. Don't make it awkward. All right. All right. What don't you like about it? Be honest. Like, I know you have an opinion to speak. I feel like taking it again. This is gonna be so bad and awkward.
Do it again.
We can just cut that out. You don't have to be good at it. Good. Like, you know what I mean?
So guys,
In terms of editing and any like scenes that was in the video, was there a certain like editing thing that you liked, like a technical aspect? Mine. No?
was there a particular shot that you liked?
No, we said don't like. What don't you like? They already said what they liked.
What did you like?
Come on, there has to be something you don't like. This stuff I don't like about it. Speak up.
What?
Yeah, mise en scène, like that's the costume, props, lighting, all of that.
So I'll say it's like, I think it should be like
More people.
Up and down, like a time lapse kind of thing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Should involve the public.
Yeah.
Do you mean like a party setting or something?
Or even if you get extras,
Like just to like walk instead of making it.
up and down to instead of it just being them two, it looks like it's not abandoned.
Alright. Any improvements? Like if you could make any improvements, what would you? Well, you already said it. So more people. Anything else?
See the face of the girl who's in the bed.
Okay.
Or you could make it a thing where like Isabella and the girl are friends.
So like show a friendship before.
You want more of a
Yeah.
twist?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Anything else you would like to say? Okay, you guys.
Did it look like an R&B video?
What made it not look like an R&B video?
I think because obviously like we've watched a lot of like American music videos and just seeing it in a like London setting was a bit thrown off, but other than that,
Yeah. Let's go to America, guys. I'm joking. Is there anything else you guys want to say? Junior, in the import, up your grade, come on. Speak up, man.
I'm talking the actual thing.
Okay, thanks, guys. After watching that video, in the first control group, they said. I'm trying not. I'm trying to remember what they said. The first control group, they were a bit more shy, so we showed it to them, and their feedback was saying they didn't really like they liked the editing, but they didn't like some of the parts where, like they said the beginning scene was too long. That's one thing they said. Okay, so the next video, as you can see, it's recording, by the way. So first question is what age group do you think that music video is for?
Oh, it's too much skin. Definitely 18 plus.
17 plus.
Split it.
17 plus.
12.
Yeah.
16 plus.
It's not chill.
16
That's
plus.
more than
Okay, do you like R&B?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favourite genres of music?
What drums?
Genre.
Genre.
Yeah, man. You have to speak out loud.
R&B is a genre.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. You have to speak. Come on.
See it?
R&B.
Okay, did you enjoy watching the music video?
Yes.
No.
Be honest, like, that's one thing.
Yeah.
He said no, get out.
It's constructive criticism.
Yeah, that's okay. What did you like about the music video then?
I like the story.
Narrative.
The
You can look at
storyline.
these stuff to help you. The storyline.
Yeah.
The narrative.
Anything else?
Is that the nuts?
Same thing.
The location.
I like the lip syncing.
Okay.
I like the actors used to, so Eli was really good in that.
The other one.
Hey, what didn't you like about it?
The female one. Too much female actor. She wasn't good.
I didn't like the close-up at the end. Close-up of
Yeah,
the one
it's
person
supposed to
in
be-
that.
I didn't like it
That was
either.
very cringy.
Oh, you're talking about So, I'm sure, did you guys understand the narrative?
Yeah.
She's a
It was appropriate for the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, did it remind you of any other music video? Like,
Double S. It reminds me of like them old school
Yeah. Like
R&B videos.
I like that.
Okay, well, it's not wrong.
did it match the R&B genre?
Yeah.
Not more than the R&B. So,
Leave me.
what is this?
The song's foolish, isn't it?
Things and stuff.
Anyway, would you show it to a friend?
No.
Yeah.
It's not
Yes.
To laugh.
Like,
The
okay.
bar.
Comedy video.
Any improvements? Like, be honest.
Just the ending with the close-up.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to improve about that?
Just
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Do something else.
Yeah. The focus. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, like them kissing in the rain after.
Yeah, not even kissing, it could even be hugging.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just
Forgot their
something.
friends.
Clean in the rain.
Some kind of activity in the room.
Okay.
No, first they had to walk to each other in like slow motion and then hug each other in the end, didn't it?
Okay,
And then that's when it blacks
As
out.
long as there's rain, I don't care.
Black Panther.
No, like it blacks out.
What do you think that would add to the music video?
What do you think should add to the
Well, no, what do you think that will add by having it in the rain?
Like it would just show like, because you know like Adelia set fire to the rain. It was very powerful in it and it was very lovely and lovely. So obviously if you do it in the rain, everyone knows that symbolizes romance. And
Yeah. Come on. Yes. I like romance.
Any other questions?
is that it?
She's drinking.
What was the do you guys know about editing and technical aspects? What was your favourite one? I don't mean scene, but I mean like type of editing.
He doesn't know about it. He doesn't. He's lying.
No?
No, you used Sony Vegas Pro in it. I think that was a good application.
I mean like slow motion, cross guard.
That's what I'm saying, like if you walk to each other in slow motion in the end, that would have been nice. So like
In
you're
the
slowly
video?
getting back together. Yeah.
Okay, something that really exists in the video maybe?
Well, nothing there was a shit.
Junior, come on, add some input. You're very young and live.
They're trying to help them out.
Okay, I think we're finished then. Thanks, guys. Control group because we wanted to have the ages were ranged from 16 to 18, and they said that. So one thing they said was that they wanted a scene where it was in the rain, and when we asked them why, they said because it's more intimate and in R&B videos they have a scene in the rain.
Yeah.
Now,
They basically compared it to Adele
set fire to the
Set
rain.
Fire in the Rain, but the thing is, what I think about that kind of opinion is that it makes sense for Adele to say in the rain because of her title and the lyrics to her song, but with us it's just more about relationships. We don't expect there to be any kind of romance because it's more about cheating. It would make sense for it to be in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's true. Because that's like where it made the heartbreak happen, where you
Yeah.
kind of healed and then you went back to the same person. Another thing they said was at the end they didn't like it, that it was out of focus. So we had like a mixed review. So half the people said they did like it. Some people said they did like it. That was out of focus because it represents her eyes that she was in tears, which is the kind of thing he was going for. But some other people said they didn't like that was out of focus. So that was kind of a contrast. So with that, it's kind of up to us to decide if we want to keep it in because half of our control group didn't like it.
They found that part a bit cringe as well.
Yeah, like it was too close.
Yeah.
So,
What question to ask you?
who did you ask? So yeah, we asked the age groups, as we said, the age groups were ranging from 16 and to 18 in school. Outside school, I did show some older people, so the ages were like, they were adults, so they were like 30 plus, whatever. And we also got similar responses that they liked the editing. They said that, also we asked them what would you rate the film, and they said they'll rate it 18 plus because it's a bit explicit because you've got a lot of skin.
Yeah.
And I agree with that. But I still think it can relate to some ages 16 because that's when they begin to go through that kind of heartbreak, because they just enter relationships. And also, I think showing the skin is kind of common in R&B videos anyway. So why did we ask people for audience feedback? Because we wanted to see how we could develop our video, make it stronger, make it link more to the R&B genre.
Because they are our target audience, we want to know what they want to cater it to their preferences. And also we didn't really want to, at first we wanted our control group to be our media class, but then I thought that maybe because they study media and they know the technologies and editing and that, I think it will kind of influence their views. It'll be a bit biased.
So we wanted like a neutral opinion, someone had no knowledge. Just because remember, when people are watching it, they're not going to be watching it from the point of view of the technical aspects. They're going to be watching it from the point of view of if they enjoyed it or not, and if they would watch it again, and if they can link it to another genre.
Another thing I'd say as well is probably the focus group was quite effective, and this is because it allowed us to see everyone's reaction, good feedback.
Yeah.
We could see, again, the stuff we needed to improve. Obviously, these guys have already told you about what they said, so yeah.
So another thing we're going to talk about is some things like how did their feedback influence our decisions on the music video so far. So one thing that I think their feedback influenced us was that they said that they liked the idea that it kind of links to old school hip hop, R&B. So we maybe take that on board and make it a bit more authentic, and that's the word.
Yeah. We had another criticism of where I think it was the order of scenes. So we had one scene where there was the flashback of the girl and the boy, and then there was the girl who walked down that same location to show that it was they were basically reminiscing, and they were going back to the location to as like memory.
Like relive it basically.
Yeah, and they told us to put the flashback first, and then for
her walking alone to go, and then so basically. Because before we had it, like some people understood it, but then some people didn't really understand it. They were like, what's going on? So by taking on board that improvement, we put the flashback first, so we know that. No, we put her walking first to show that she's walking down it. Then we're going to put the flashback to show her kind of remembering it, the memory.
We found that it was actually really effective. And
then go back to her walking. So that's something that we did take on board. One thing we also want to look at, like discuss as a group, is what's the most effective way to get feedback. One thing I think is anonymous feedback, because people are more willing to share their ideas. Like if you ask someone face to face, because you're looking right at them, they might not share their true opinion. But by doing the survey, which is anonymous, we've got more true answers that could help us probably develop our music video more. Another thing that I think is better, like a survey is good, but some people tend to just click through it.
Yeah.
So I think the control group was the most effective, as they got to look at the video.
You get to see the reaction.
And then straight after, instead of like having to wait, you get to see the reaction while they're watching it, and then they get to answer straight away. So the answers are kind of like just like raw, and it's just natural, and it's not really like thought about. So it's just their true opinion. So I think that's probably the most effective way to get feedback.
Whereas with a survey, I know some questions ask for other, please specify, but with face to face, they can elaborate on the answers as well. Whereas on surveys, it's more
like we're kind of giving them cues, and then they're just going off the cues. But with them, it's just all of their opinions. So does another thing we're going to say, does the feedback help you to judge the quality of the product? And that is a yes. Their feedback has helped us look in some aspects. Like we wasn't really looking into. We got feedback from our teacher, and he was saying that the first scene is a bit too long, and the lighting is a bit dark. So instead of just going having the first scene straight on that verse, we could alternate between a performance element. So that feedback made us look at to the quality of the lighting and the length of some scenes. So that was just showing that that's effective. Has feedback altered the way we think about some of our products? And yeah, we understand that some aspects need improvements, whereas some aspects don't need improvement.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you do anything differently? So I was potentially thinking we may change the ending. Oh yeah, before I finish, the people like the beginning bit. They like the
Yeah, they do.
The intro.
Yeah, the intro.
We like, basically in a lot of R&B music videos, they seem to put context. So the fact that the artist and the male had a little dialogue between the before the music video started, it kind of told them that, okay, so basically these two are going out and he just lied to her and he is in bed with another girl.
Yeah.
Which basically already sets the mood, kind of makes it more realistic in a way. I don't know.
And I agree. Go on.
No.
I agree with her, because if we didn't have the beginning bit, then I don't think people would understand what was going on. So the beginning bit kind of sets the scene for the rest of the music video and puts it in context. So overall, we're all gonna say what we think, like how we think audience feedback has helped us. So I'm gonna start from me first. So I'll say audience feedback has helped us look at some technical aspects. For example, editing. So we understand that maybe we need to strengthen our editing, which we're going to work on. And also a positive is that we realised that the costume choices were really good and it links R&B.
I think another thing that could have been done is like the audience said, the flashback. They said that we needed to possibly alter that so that it wasn't as blurry and they could actually understand what was happening. So yeah.
Another thing overall we learned from all doing our audience feedback is that the best way to gain feedback is in some aspect anonymous, but the face-to-face feedback is the best because you get to see their true opinions. It's all of them. You're not giving them any cues, and I think that's probably the most effective way. So that's what I learned from audience feedback. That's what I learned from audience feedback.
Yeah, and in terms of audience feedback, it kind of shocked me with what people thought. So when they thought that the video was actually 18 plus, when we intended it for it to be people who are like 16 and upwards, we thought that, okay, wow, if this is what they think, then we're gonna have to change something. But the mixed reviews are kind of a bit confusing as well, because some people thought that some people liked the costume, some people didn't. And it's like it's kind of hard to cater it to everyone. So that's something that we're gonna have to take on board.
And probably go with the majority.
We're gonna have to go with the majority and then just stick with the costumes, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, I believe audience feedback helped us overall, because without audience feedback, we wouldn't know what we're like. We went on audience feedback. That makes sense.
Yeah, we wouldn't know how to do.
We wouldn't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's
sort of like our guideline, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the thing that we could have done better was kind of show more people. So we only showed about 10 people. Then we only showed, the majority was from our sixth form, which is a bit biased anyway, because most of them are our friends. I feel like we could have brought it to social networks such as Twitter.
I did. I put it on Facebook.
Oh, you put it on Facebook?
What reviews did you get?
What feedback did you get?
Oh, I got a lot of feedback. They said the majority of people said that they liked the music video.
What was the main improvement?
I shared the Survey Monkey on YouTube as well.
Okay.
So did you get anything that stood out to you?
No, there was nothing that stood out.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's basically our question 3.
Did you do anything differently?
Yeah, I said, would you do?
Okay.
Yeah. Could have put on more